So we are going to start with two emotions that I know all too well about: sadness and anger. And you may think, why did you put sadness and anger together? For me, they are kissing cousins. I often say that anger is sadness on fire. If you have felt the loss of something, if you have felt disrespected, which if you feel disrespected, you feel as though you've lost the respect of someone, or maybe you never had it. So for me, sadness and anger are linked. They are expressed differently. But they're kissing cousins. It's the same heat, it's the same energy, it's the same emotion. And often, as Black women, when we are or we aren't expressing our sadness or our anger, people are looking at our behavior instead of looking at the appropriate emotion that we are experiencing. So, take sadness. Black women sometimes are not allowed to be sad. We have people running around telling us to smile, or we should get over stuff, or why are you carrying that? We have this history of not being able to express our sadness and not knowing how to appropriately tell other people when we are sad. And so oftentimes that sadness can develop into anger. Anger is one of those emotions that I think, regardless of race, that we all have a trouble with. We all have a problem with anger. Anger is an appropriate emotion if you feel as though something has been done to you, or if you are upset. You have the right to be angry about it. And so often, a lot of my clients, a lot of the people that I see have unexpressed anger that has turned into people pleasing, over, doing things, working, all of those things that happen when we do not express our emotions appropriately. For me personally, I have been so sad in my life and not knowing how to express it that it has turned into anger. It's turned into frustration, disappointment that then is expressed at anger. I'm popping off at people in the past. That's something I used to do in the past. And so many of us, particularly Black women, when you see a Black woman expressing herself and people are calling her the angry Black woman, what you fail to realize is that there is a feeling, a deeply rooted feeling that she may or may not have had the opportunity to learn how to express appropriately, or may not even know what she's angry about. I say all anger is valid. It may not be expressed appropriately, but it's always valid. Feelings for me are always valid. And so those are two of the emotions that we are going to touch into and get to the root of. What are you sad about that you haven't allowed yourself to cry? What are you angry about that you haven't allowed yourself the opportunity and given yourself permission to be angry about? And I'm so excited to hear the conversation that we are going to have around sadness and anger, because it's time. It's time for us to be able to express what we are feeling, whether it comes out in tears because we are so angry, or tears because we are so sad. I want those emotions to be expressed. I want them to be released. And so we start to feel and we start to assert that we have the right to be sad, we've got the right to be angry, and we also have the right and give ourselves full permission to express it and talk about it.